Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm doing a power hour speed clean and it's a mini reset after coming back off holiday. So Neil also returned back to work today, so it's just adjusting back to being a solo parent for the week. So you know, we just gotta crack on and get some of the main jobs done today. So it is currently Monday. I'm literally just, catching up on all the jobs that needed doing over the past weekend, but like I said, we've just been so busy. We came back off holiday on Friday and then I worked all weekend, and so today I'm just catching up on those mundane jobs. But I didn't want to be doing the jobs all day, so I decided to just set aside an hour and crack on with it. So as you'll have just seen, I stripped our Oscar's bed, I also stripped my bed too, and our Caius's bedding in his cot, so it's all getting cleaned. I'm just putting it in the washer now. So while that's washing, and then I'm going to put the dryer on afterwards because the weather is absolutely crap right now in the UK and the dryers take about 5 business days to dry. I thought, you know what, I'll just enjoy a cuppa, we'll all get breakfast and then we will resume cleaning once everything's washed in. So after breakfast, the stuff was still drying, so I thought, you know what, let's just crack on with it, let's get it done. So the first job I wanted to tackle was the stairs. I bloody hate this job, doing all between the spindles and each step, it actually winds me up. But once it is done, it is so satisfying to look at because it just looks so nice and fresh. And it always makes me so warm, so I had to take my fleece off for this, which is very flattering. You'll have to excuse the horrible clothes that I'm wearing as well. These are just my cleaning pyjamas. All my nice stuff is in the wash and I'm only cleaning anyway, so who even cares? But yeah, so I thought I'd get my stairs done. I do this like once, twice a week, and honestly it just gets so messy. It's one of the most used places in the house, so it's always full of crap, especially when the kids are up and downstairs. So you may be wondering why the kids are, just all over the place. Why am I bothering tidying when there's toys everywhere and the sofa's a mess? Well, I'll have to hoover up later on anyway, but I'm just going to try and get all the jobs done around the kids if I can. I mean, that's real life, isn't it? If you've got kids, you'll know how I'm feeling. So I'm just giving the living room a quick hoover while the kids play, and then I'm also going to go and hoover the dining room and then just quickly hoover up the crumbs in the kitchen as well. So that's all done. Then we're moving back on upstairs. I'm going to then hoover upstairs. Again, I've brought the kids up with me and they're just making mess as I try and clean up. So yeah, absolute joys. But I'm just going to go around the kids. This clean up is honestly probably one of the most messy cleans I've ever done, and random. It's just, the first day of Neil going back to work is always a little bit hectic, and the kids, I'm sure, are still in holiday mode because they didn't want to be at home, and quite frankly, neither did I. I wanted to stay in a cabin at Center Parcs, living my best life. But, we have to all return to reality at some point, so I thought, come on, we'll just go home, crack on with the jobs, and just try and tidy up our house a little bit. So, yeah. So once I'd done the boys' room, and that was semi-clean, or at least the carpet was clean, I decided to try and hoover the rest while Caius was moving out the way, and then I moved on to the other rooms. So I went and did the hallway once Oscar had moved out the way, and then I went and did Caius's little room because Caius is back in here for a moment now, just while we get him used to the cot before putting him back in with Oscar. So yeah, I'm just going to go and quickly tidy his room, and then I'm also going to go ahead and hoover my room too once I can actually get through there. So after the hoovering was all done, the bedding was finally dry, so I decided to put our Oscar's teddy fleece sheet on to keep him nice and warm. Now it's a little bit colder. And then I also was finishing making the bed, and I decided to put on his Christmassy quilt cover today. He absolutely loves this because I got it off Vinted, I think, last year or the year before. Now Oscar is obsessed with dinosaurs and he's also in the Christmas spirit like me since coming back from Center Parcs, and Yeah, he was so excited when I told him this was going back on the bed. So yeah, he's buzzing about this. So I went and did his bed in. This is one of the most mundane jobs in the house, aside from hoovering the stairs. But we got it done nonetheless. I wish I could make beds as quick as on time lapse. You know, when I speed it up, it'd be so much better. But yeah, so like I said, this is his bed. This is the bed in. He absolutely loves it. Don't know where it's from. I believe it's Asda, I think, actually, but I don't know what year, because like I said, I got it off Vinted. I also went and made my bed, but I completely forgot to film. But my bed in is this lovely snowflake design. Just excuse the creases, we're not even going to go there. But it's a nice snowflake design on one side, and on the other side the pillars actually say Merry Christmas, and on the duvet it's like a vintage snowman, but I have that out in December. And then I also put my teddy fleece sheet on as well to keep it lovely and warm. I absolutely love this sheet. So then we moved on to the downstairs, and I wanted to put all the pots away. I can never clean the kitchen if there's loads of pots in the drainer, so I just thought I'll get that done now and then we'll move on to cleaning up in a second. Also, was 5 minutes peace in here, so I had Alexa on listening to some Christmas tunes, and yeah, 5 minutes peace because I've got a baby gate on, so it was nice to not have the kids running around my ankles, so that was a bonus. Now, my favourite Zoflora scent is this winter morning one. I use it all the time, and I stock up big time on this because I love it. I use it on everything. It just smells so nice. I usually put 2 capfuls into this old Dettol bottle and fill it with water, and this is just really good for using around the house, you know, to carry around with you. But in today's case, I am actually filling up my sink and I am doing a deep clean on the kitchen. Or should I say on the kitchen side, but yeah. So whenever I'm doing deep cleans, I tend to fill up the bowl with hot water and a capful of Zoflora, and then I use just one of these little cloths, I don't know what they're called, just to wipe over everything. So this anti-bac water goes over everything just to sterilise all my surfaces and make everything smell really nice and fresh. So I'm doing all my draining board, I did all my sink, my taps, everything like that. Any surfaces in the house that needed a good wipe down, then I would just go over it thoroughly. So I also decided to clean my draining rack because my draining rack gets filthy. I tend to do this every other day because it does get quite grimy in our house with having a lot of pots. Since coming back from Center Parcs, I really want a dishwasher, but unfortunately I do not have the room in my house, so we are sticking with a standard sink. But it was such a nice thing to not have to do pots. So yeah, if you have a dishwasher, I am jealous. But yeah, anyway, in the meantime, I will be doing the pots and cleaning my drainer. So I also cleaned out the strainer and then just put my sponges back. And then after that, I just cleaned around the sink. I also did my tiles. So I went around the whole kitchen tiles and also did any of my soaps and anti-bac things, like all the push lids and stuff, just to sanitize it. And I also went down all the surfaces in the kitchen as well. So I also clean my door handles because I think it's really handy to have these really clean, especially in winter. I also do all my cupboard door handles and my cupboard fronts as well. These are in well need of a good refresh of paint, but you know, that's the next year job. So for now, they're just getting a good sanitized down. I also do my sides and, you know, my kettle. Basically, any surface in my kitchen is just getting a good wipe down. Sorry if you can hear our Caius. He is in the background of this voiceover, so he's now making an appearance. But the best thing about the Zoflora, with the steam, leave it in your bowl and it'll make your house smell beautiful. So yeah, that is my Power Hour Speed Clean. Hope you enjoyed.